Alright, what's up guys, everyone doing? It's Ransack Rain, and today we're going to be playing some Battlefront. I feel like telling another story. My last story might have not been so great, but this one is going to be 10 times better. So I'm here with Killer Shark. Say howdy.
Hi.
No. And, well, we're going to play a one-on-one on here while I tell the story. But anyway, this story is mainly about how I can't even speak. About how in middle school I got like screamed at by my principal for something that most people would probably not do. So anyway, this is where the story goes. I was in 6th grade. You know, just started middle school. You know, the time when you're like, dude, I'm so cool. I'm in middle school now. And then you start up. So I'm going to the bus stop because back in middle school, oh my god, boys! In middle school, I took a bus because that was the only really way I could get around. The way it goes, once again, I took a bus in middle school, and because it was the only way I could really get around easily to school and from school, because I didn't really have rides and stuff like that. But so I was going to the bus stop. There was also this girl that I knew. I'm not gonna say her name because for her identity and all that kind of stuff. But let's just say her name is like Schmuff. All right, so her name is Schmuff. All right, okay. Do you mind? Okay. And well, Schmuff and I had a very bad. We did not like each other at all, and you can tell because we were always like whenever we saw each other, we was just always arguing and stuff like that. And so one day we were walking to the bus stop, and I've said "and" about 40 times in this last sentence. So she's walking and I'm walking, and I see on the side of the road a donut, a second donut, and a chewed up apple core. Alright? So I mean, if you know me, you're gonna be like, okay, yeah, this isn't gonna go well. So what happened is I picked up those food items, and I just thought it'd be a good idea to take them and throw them at what's her name? Schmuff. Chuck them at her. And so she's like covered in like chocolate and stuff from the donut, and she's just in a bad mood. From then, she's like yelling at me to stop. Now I'm not like, you guys may be like, oh Jesse, you're such a bully. It was just like I didn't think anything of it like in a negative way. It was just kind of the thing that I was bored and I wanted to do. All right, so we went to school, and I went on with my day and stuff like that. All right, so that's the background. So the next day I went to school, and I got a call down to the guidance office. Because in middle school, that's where they call you. They're like, hey, get down here right now, because I'm gonna destroy you and everything that you stand for. So I got there, and I'm not in trouble. I don't get in trouble. I'm not a troublemaker. And so oh god. So she called me, and it was like, oh, did I leave something in the class, and she didn't want to give it back? Because that's the only time I've ever been really called down in guidance. My voice cracked. But anyway, so I got down there, and I was like, okay, what I forget this time, just as a joking like thing to say. She's like, oh, nothing, just sit down. I was like, oh no. And she was my counsellor at that point was like, she was a nice lady, so she was sat down and started talking to me about, and she was like, oh, you're that Schmuff's Schmuff's mother called in today, and she told me that you threw donuts and an apple at Schmuff. I said, and she was like, did that really happen? I said, yeah. And then I started bawling because I'm a loser. All right, like at that time I'm a super like sensitive person, but like, at that time I would cry over anything. It was just like the worst. So I'm like starting to cry, and she like hands me a box of tissues, and I'm just like, all right, great. She's like, you know what? Here, you can have these. I'm like, listen, you can stop. All right, stop. She started talking to me and stuff like that, and then she called Schmuff into the room, and it was really embarrassing because I was like crying, and it's just embarrassing. I don't know. Okay, nerd. And So she was like, and then she's like, okay, we're gonna have to bring this to the principal's office. Now, let me tell you, my principal in that school, we'll call her Miss Loser Nugget. She looked like, you know, a skinnier version of, you know, Betty White that belongs in the back of a Harley Davidson. She says that she you know, I walk in there and I'm afraid. All right, like super afraid of dying. All right, and I walk in there, she doesn't even give me a second. She's like, Jesse, I hate you! And, you know, I was just got really upset. So I started, like, bawling my eyes out. Even more than I already was at the time. And she just went off on me, calling me, like, a bully and stuff like that. And I don't do that stuff, alright? And she went off, and I didn't even say one word. But the funniest part, is, I just stood there, and then as she was rambling on and on and on about how much of a loser and a failure at life I am, I just grabbed the tissue. I grabbed the tissue, wiped my eyes, and I was like, "You done, nerd? You done?" And that was it. And then I got out, and then she basically ruined my life. I guess what I learned from that day is that to never throw, you know, food at people at the side from the side of the street. I mean, I thought that was a normal thing to do, but apparently it's not, and I got destroyed for it. All right, so you know, thanks a lot, Miss Loser Nugget, for ruining my life. All right, thanks. Have a great day. Okay, that's basically it for the story. We are still trying to fight each other. We still have not even won the game yet. You know what, Cody? Get right now. Get over right now! Go! Away! What the heck? Cody, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill everything you stand for. All right? Come here. Come here. Right now. Come on. Come on. Come on. You have like 3 health. Come here. Come on. Where are you? There you are. What the heck? What are you full health? I'm done with everything. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe on the way out. And yeah. All right. Bye. Love you.